Hey folks, welcome to Deer Corner. Welcome back to the channel. Nice breezy morning. It's going to be a nice day today. Had several days of rain. Things turned out pretty this morning. But one question I'm going to answer today is, when do I know when it's time to start putting my trees and shrubs and plants in the ground? Something that was taught to me years ago, 55, 60 years ago. See, I was born and raised in the corn belt of central Illinois. Farm ground. Soybeans, wheat, corn, beef cattle, pastures, hay fields. But that's another story. It's kind of hard to scrape a living for a family with 4 other brothers and 2 sisters on the farm, so I went my own way. But that, like I say, that's a whole nother story. But I've been around, still am around agriculture quite a bit with the family farm. But something I was taught years ago by my grandpa, my dad, my brothers, everybody up in there still use it. And that's when to get ready, when to start getting ready to plant, when you know. It's a gamble, but if you watch a lot of YouTubes, run around, probe the ground with a thermometer, get the temperature, do this, do that, have your soil worked right. There's a whole lot involved in more than that. Some of them that are showing you how to do it and get ready and the correct time to do it, personally, just listening to them talk about it, I don't think they can grow a tomato in a pot in their backyard. But they're telling you how to spend hundreds, even thousands of dollars in planting. But there's an old trick by the old timers used that I was taught by my grandpa, my dad used. And that's using the oak trees. Now that's probably why you see a whole lot of oak trees around a lot of old family farms. Not only for the shade, for the summertime when the temperatures get hot, shades the house. But when the oak trees start pollinating, your red oaks, they'll pollinate first, and a week or so later, your white oaks will come in and start pollinating. But when they start pollinating, that's go time. Grandpa always used the oak trees as go time to start getting ready. When the oak trees were pollinating, that's when we reseeded the pasture and reseeded the hay fields. Give the seed enough time to germinate, come up, and compete with the vegetation that's already there. If you come too early and you seed too early, your seed, it'll lay there and you lose your germination ratio. What I mean is, you may buy seed that the germination is 90%. If you're too early, you're going to start reducing that. So 50% of that seed will germinate. And if you seed too early or too late, your seed will germinate. But then it's got to compete with something that's already growing, your native growth. Therefore, it'll germinate, come up, and die. You'll lose it. So you got a window there to get the seed down at the right time, or put your plant in at the right time. Now, seeding, reseeding your food plots, you get the seed down too early, you lose your germination. You get it down too late, and then the seed that germinates has to compete with what's already growing. So, and that's just like in the timber, like I do. Planting trees and shrubs and things like that. Well, your oak trees, once they pollinate, they put on leaves. So you got about 3-4 weeks. You should have your plants in the ground by then, because once the leaves come onto the oak trees, it'll shade the undergrowth. So what's underneath them big oak trees and that in your timber, it will block the sun out. So you want to get your shrubs and trees in the ground early enough that the sun can warm them up before your oak trees put on the leaves. That gives you a good start on your shrubs and trees or whatever you're planting in your timber. But this is just a trick. And it ain't a trick, it was a lifestyle back when oak trees started pollinating. And that was the time to get ready to go. You knew it was time to go. You knew it was time to put the seed in the pasture and the seed on your hay fields. But watching the oak trees. This year, March 23rd today, and the red oaks are starting to pollinate. And last year, I think it was around April the 20th, 19th and 20th, the oak trees started pollinating. So there's a 2-3 week different window from this year to last year. So you can't go by what's written down or what somebody says. You have to go by Mother Nature. But yeah, I'm just hope this helps you out a little bit. And just a little trick, something that I use and used through the years, and it's still being used up home on the farm. But thanks for coming along. Leave me a comment. I'll get back with you. And like I say, if you're in the woods, be safe. Rather be safe than sorry. And we'll see you again.